I suppose I probably covered as much as I could in all my videos about most of these artifacts. No, I didn't go over every single thing I've ever found. I just pulled this one out. It's got an interesting face on it. I probably still didn't find everything. So I was saying, I'm kind of intuitive, and sometimes I'll kind of drag my words out, and I think very slowly. I don't think I've seen that before. Do you see that? The other day, it's like I was practically, meditating while I was doing these. Yeah, I think I just found another sloth with the baby on the back. You see the head at the top, and then there's the baby right there. It's not very clear, but this is an odd piece. You kind of make out different shapes about it. It's kind of cool. Look, there's another face right there. But sometimes I just kind of wonder. I mean, I don't say this, but I'm actually pretty intuitive, and I've had some very frightening dreams that predict the future, but it's not like I want to be like some kind of soothsayer. And I don't have a lot of confidence in doing that kind of thing. Sometimes I wonder, like, how do these artifacts reflect on, I mean, they're from the past, but how do they reflect on what we can learn about the future? He seems to have a smile on his face right now. The only thing I kind of get out of them, well, that looks a bit like a bison. Okay. The only thing I can kind of get out of them is they give us a good, they tell us about the past. What things were like, and then, maybe we should learn from the past. Also, that we really need to be careful with how we treat each other, because you can feel the trauma that the earth holds, and it's just happening repeatedly. That we start wars for what? I guess you could probably, where I'm going with this. And it's like, I don't want to get political here, but I'm not very, I'm not in a good place. I don't feel very content about things. Especially when you've been given a premonition about things. And I keep wishing, I keep wishing that it would just go away. Yeah, I see all these animals here that once roamed this earth. And I don't really feel like it was the people that made them all vanish. Yeah, they did overhunt them, because as the population of humans increased, they might not have realized that there was an abundance of this megafauna. You can see this big tooth here. I wonder if that's like kind of a mammoth carved into the side there. It's pretty cool. Like you see like the top of the point being the top of the head, and then this being the trunk, and then this little white mark being a tusk. Could be, but that's a very big tooth. I'm not exactly sure what it came from, but I'm thinking it might be a bear. I don't know. We need to take care of the earth. Okay, I'm back to this one again. I started to look at it a little bit closer, and I don't think it's not a rock. I mean, maybe it is now, but when it was, we'll say, worked, it was not a rock. Just gonna go right there. It's hard to do this one-handed, so I noticed when I held it up, right, there's a bear there, right there. What if I use this little stick here? There, the bear's ear, bear's nose, leg, back leg. Okay, I see that. This looks like something more organic, like that's cartilage, and I think this might be like a claw core or something, and it's kind of obvious. There's a head of an animal here. When I stood it up like this, I saw the image of a sloth, but even so, when it was like this, and when I first found this on the Tungus Trail, the same place I found that ivory. Let's see if I can find it. It's right over here. Here it is. How do you like that mouse pad? Okay, ivory from an ivory tusk. So I have established that that is a piece of ivory. Okay, I'm seeing canines like curled up all over the place on this. Okay, back here. Okay, so the head is right there. There's the front foreleg. Now they have very massive forelegs. The other one kind of comes down like this, and that's the foot right there. There's the hind leg and its foot. There's the baby. The baby's back, one leg going this way. The other one is, where is it? Going this way. So its legs are a little bit splayed. And then its tail. One of the giant sloths. Do you see it? Pretty cool. Seems to be an animal this way too. And then there's an effigy here on this side. There's some kind of animal here. ear there. Maybe that's a baby sloth, I don't know. You can see its little nose there. Then we have that face, the bear. I noticed when he kind of tipped it this way, it looks like a rabbit running, with that baby sloth turning into the rabbit ear. And we've got an interesting face that way. Does it look like an animal? Like an animal head here, leg right there. Kind of like a big bear, maybe. Or another sloth. Maybe it's another sloth. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, we'll look at it that way. Its head, because those are some big legs. And then there's a tail going back this way. And then I guess this is a baby riding on its back. So that might be the Megalonyx. So that's its head of its face. Whatever's going on here, I'm not sure, but it has some very big front legs. The tail looks like it bends.